There's the difference right there. I mean, who wants to see anyway? Pat got me a surprise. Good morning, guys. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, easiest way to support the channel. And I'm wearing this awesome Ariat sweatshirt and these Ariat boot insoles. They are awesome. Coupon code down below, guys. Link in the description. First day I need to wear a sweatshirt, so you guys need to get them before it gets too cold. Well, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. So today, it is Friday, the October something, probably 15th, something like that. And I'm just up to the farm. Here's what we got going on today. One, Pat got me a surprise. I'm honored. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. Two, we're chopping earlage. We're gonna finish up our chopping for this year and then get the corn head back on the combine. And three, we're gonna start combining corn again. Hopefully we'll combine corn for 2 days and switch over to beans and knock all our beans out. With any luck, that's what will happen, but more likely it'll change 10 times between now and tomorrow. So let's go eat some lunch or dinner, supper, whatever you wanna call it. Dinner or lunch, what do you guys call it? Comment down below. My grandma calls it dinner, I call it lunch. So we're changing the tires on the 93 Tennessee. Real nice thick tread. The other ones are pretty worn out. Hardly anything in there, where the other one's probably just got 3/4 of an inch tread. So we're putting new ones on. These are not easy to do. Semi tires have a very thick bead. It's very hard to change. It took all three of us basically all we could to get it done. So we got the old ones off, now we'll try and put the new ones on.
I'm just going to hold that one. Yep. When you got it too low, then it doesn't go in there with the shit.
Oh, today's the first cold day of the year. I'm gonna grab a radio. First colder day of the year so far for harvest, I should say. Had to wear a jacket this morning, but it's going up to like 60 degrees. So what we were doing there is we were changing those semi tires, like I said before. It's a bit more strenuous of a job than I thought it would be. I've honestly never done semi tires before. I knew they weren't easy by any means. But man, that was tough. What's tough about it, like I said before, is the beads are just so thick, it's hard to get them on the tire. And having your beads seated properly is how they don't leak any air or anything like that. So, well, either way, we're gonna go ahead and start chopping. We're only gonna work for a couple hours today because Pat and Curtis are gonna go to the football game. They're gonna go to the Easton Valley's football team, the local football team. And then Nathan's actually gonna go to his girlfriend's brother's football game. We got the good old 5088, the trusty one, on the bagger. Nathan's gonna be watching the bag. We always like to have someone out there, so we have the guy running the tractor doesn't have to be up and down watching the bag, babysitting it, etc. So Nathan's gonna do that. Kurt's gonna run truck. I'm gonna run the 190 on the wagon, and Brian is running the New Holland loader tractor on the wagon, T7210. Let's get going. Just about full. Clutch in. We got this oil leak fixed. Pat did some investigation, found a sensor that wasn't completely seated. He seated it, still was leaking some, put some silicone on it, now it's good to go. So let's get it moving. Beans are still pretty green stemmed. Wouldn't be opposed to a frost at some point. When we put a cover crop of rye down, it's because this is usually our lane. I'm guessing it wouldn't surprise me if we rip this up and slide our lane down a little bit. But I believe we're back here up on top of the hill. We'll find out soon though. We need to get harvesting our beans at some point, that's for sure. Yeah, there's Brian in the T7210, and Kurt's in the truck. We put some either more hay or more cover crop. Not sure what we did there. Actually, what I'm guessing we did was that stuff we chopped for silage. I'm guessing we put a rye crop down with no alfalfa. I'm guessing we put the rye in. It's growing right now. It'll grow for a little bit longer until it gets froze out. Then it'll stop. It'll stay dormant over winter, and then over in the spring it'll grow again, and we'll chop it again and plant probably corn in. We've done that before. It's a way to maximize your ground for cattle as far as output goes. You can put a rye will really put on that mass, and then put corn afterwards. But it does deplete your resources, so you got to put a little extra fertilizer on, but that's not too big of a deal. Whoo-wee! Look at that steep side slope. It's actually like this in reality. It's a pretty good sized hill here, and that truck's doing pretty decent. We talked about putting super singles on that semi, or on that chopper truck. Basically get rid of the road duals and put on floater tires. That would help it float better in the hills. And for those of you guys who don't know, we are chopping earlage. This is a ration for our cattle. It's basically a higher density of grain compared to silage, which is more of the plant. It's usually probably 33% of our ration, I'd say, roughly. The stuff's yielding pretty good. It's roughly about 25% through here. So there's some dust, but not a lot. Means it's good. It's good to chop. It's definitely a little bit drier than normal. Some spots probably 20%, especially the more dusty spots, but it's much better than we've done that in the past. We've chopped in the past where it's been real bad. So this isn't too bad. Cool thing, you see how that's all brown and decayed? This is all kind of nice and yellow. This we just chopped, obviously. That stuff we chopped about 3 weeks ago-ish. So you can kind of tell that's how much this fields will gray out over winter. And just as they start to decay and die off and decompose. See how there's hardly any plant mass on the ground right here? Like there's hardly anything. That's because we chopped it with silage. Silage, you guys hear me say the term silage and earlage quite a bit. Silage, you take in the entire plant and just leave the little stalk stems. Whereas earlage, you're leaving a lot of the trash and leaves and stuff. So there's the difference right there. Tell me I'm not the only one that thinks this when we are chopping. Get to the chopper! In that movie. Let's get her going. This hill's pretty nasty. That's about what it is. It was bad enough where I actually had to scooch up 2 rows because my wagon got dangerously close to the chopper there. Because when you have a wagon, it's going to go downhill with gravity. So it's instead of being right behind you, it's going to be like this. Switch sides on me. We're just gonna be going back and forth, working our way down the hill. We probably got 3 more loads left in this piece, and we'll have to open up another piece. We're basically just trying to chop stuff that's really close to our bag, mainly because when you're chopping, it takes a lot of logistics. And we got an 8-row head going 3 miles an hour. It takes 3 wagons to keep up with it. Now we could probably do it with 2, but 3's just everyone goes slower and safer. But the other thing, if we have 3 people in here, we don't have to fill stuff quite as full. It's still a little tacky. We got half an inch day and a half ago or so. So it's still a little tacky. I'm feeling myself dig in and stuff. So it's good to not fill it up quite as full, which is nice. Now we don't get stuck or slide out in the hill, or that's when bad things happen. Just about full. So I'm not obviously plump full, but full enough where, like I said, for the hills and stuff we're in, the less weight you put on, the safer you'll be, and the less wear and tear it'll have, less bending and twisting of the frame. Head back to the bag. We'll head down this hill with this waterway and go down that way. There's Brian. Ooh, I'm getting pushed. Getting pushed down this hill. Might be hard for you guys on the camera to tell, but I can tell looking through here, it's not straight rows. There's some corn folded over and whatnot, which means we got some down corn in here. No way no. Also put some cover crop on that little 4-acre piece. There they are. So I'm gonna pull right up alongside the bag. Got a little chute that Nathan will pull down, and we'll unload it onto the bagger. The bagger will auger it, will conveyor it up to the top and auger it into the bag. Do I got an adapter or is it straight? What? Do I got an adapter or is it straight? Straight. So he's just gonna kind of baby out this little bit. And then those 2 controls, one of them's the auger, which meters it. The other one's the floor, which moves it forward. The floor brings it forward, the augers meter it out, and then we got a discharge conveyor. And And then that goes into another conveyor on the ag bagger. Conveyors up into the bagging unit itself. Then it's got a little rotor which spins like this and packs it into the bag. And then the pressure of the bag actually moves the tractor forward. Like that tractor's not driving, it's just in neutral. The pressure of the bag pushes it along. Just about got this load whipped. So it does a pretty decent job. It spills a little bit through the crack in between the side conveyor and the main conveyor, but for the most part it does pretty good. And now he'll put it into high range for the main floor. Then I'll clean it out. So like I said, it's just got kind of a cable system kind of keep it pushed together, and then as it puts feed in the bag, it pushes the bagger forward. It's really a simple system, and it's cheap. That's cheapish. Rinse and repeat. We'll go do this for 2 hours or so until we fill that bag. I think we're putting a 250 by 10 foot in diameter, so 250 foot long. Either 250 or 200 foot long bag. Lost the plug, or he's off the rope. Well, that was scary as heck. Here's the slope. I saw the truck going like this and just kind of wobbling to the south or to the west. Oh man, that could have been bad. Like right now you can kind of see how it's wobbling, or see how it's kind of twisting. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but I can see that the back end is just twisting. Woo! Well, Kurt's gonna be the last one of this field, so I have a feeling I'm gonna unhook my wagon and give it to Pat, and he's gonna go open up either that one or that one. I'm gonna guess that one. Oh, so look at all those round bales. Neat. Little baby rabbit he went after. He's so mean. See all that down corn there? See how like you got very nice rows up on top and then just gets crap right there. This is a west facing hillside which probably just took the bulk of a windstorm, and yeah, I got hit pretty hard. But I'm gonna guess we're gonna be going over there. Hey, I was right. We're moving to this field. You're gonna open it up probably. Or a lot drier. See how you can't even see in there whatsoever? This stuff's probably 18 to 20%. It's a little bit too dry to be chopping, but it is what it is. This is challenging. There's no rows to follow because I'm just going on the grass. I'm basically just judging about 3 feet away from the corn. But you got to be careful when the corn disappears, where like the planter shut off or got mowed over or whatever. You got to be careful so you don't get too close and it runs you over. Challenging. There was a round bale right there. I had to basically go up to it, nudge it, back up, go around it, and Pat just had to adjust the spout on that chopper to shoot that material into the wagon as best he could. He didn't get it all, but he got it close. I mean, who wants to see anyway? Why would you want to do that? So this is why we like to chop when it's a lot drier. That's why we chop, or a lot wetter. If it's wetter, you don't have this dust. This is just dangerous and it can be a fire hazard. Wow, that was dusty. Now I don't know where Brian is at. I really hope they don't have trouble with the bagger. But I'm full, like full, so it's good to go. Let's go unload this at the bag. Hopefully it's not broken, but I have a feeling something's busted because I don't see Brian or Curtis. You were the issue. See how you're right next to the corn, conveniently placed? Yeah, I made it kind of hard to chop out that. And Pat's coming out of the crop, so I'm guessing something's broken. Yay. Well, this isn't good. I see Pat is making his way back here. I don't see Brian or Curtis, so I have no idea what the deal is, but Nathan's still on there, so who knows. Well, nothing's broke because I see Curtis over there, and we're able to unload, so I don't know what the deal is. I think we're just moving fields. I don't know why, I don't know. Just got it done. And now we'll go ahead and go to the next field, I guess. I see dust, so nothing's broke. Just must have moved fields. I haven't forgot about the surprise pack got me. I'll show you guys. Just hang on a little bit longer, I promise. Let's go get Dusty, see what you think. Wow, this stuff is way too dry. We're gonna knock it out because we need the feed. And we only got about 6 loads left-ish. Kurt's just shaking his head. Getting her done at least. Today will be the last day we chop of 2021. It's a lot earlier than we've ever finished before, that's for sure. I remember 2 years ago we finished in this exact field in mid-December. It was late November. It was either early December or late November. Something like that, but either way, way too late. This still wasn't that bad. I think some of the reason why we wanted to go after this corn was because it's this stuff's getting pretty down. Oh, it looks like he plugged up. I thought he's done. Not sure. Must have plugged up or something. But either way, this corn's a lot more down than the stuff we were just in. So I'm guessing that's why he moved over here. Well, this corn is so bad that we had to go on it one way, and it's just not set up with the. We gotta make some adjustments on the corn head. So Kurt's gonna do one more load, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Got some big meaty tires on this 190. At least the fronts. Backs are like probably 30% left. Kurt's just unloading that truck. I'm gonna take this pickup back and let's see what else we're gonna do. I know Nathan and I are gonna put that semi back together. Might bring out his combine, just calibrate the yield. See if I can convince Pat to let us pick some corn. Maybe Nathan and I can just run for a little bit, we'll see. Getting the new tires on. Pat's putting the chopper away. Truck is back on all 10 wheels. Looks pretty schmig. And now we're gonna try and fix the fender because we had a bolt break, a weld break. Right there, that broke on this side.
Damn, do I not have a big ground?
Tack it on the table. And try moving it to right next to it maybe. That looks like too bad though. Looks pretty straight too. Nice job. So these are just 2 bolts that are welded back to back, and all it does is just hold the fender on. So it doesn't need a whole lot of weight, but it's got to be decently stout. Just gave this thing a nice rinse off. Should be good to go. But I do not like that I missed that. Dang it. Get it with the hose, I guess. I'm going to take this thing over next door and hook it onto our hopper bottom. Kind of see we're a little bareback and a little smoky. Hook it onto the hopper bottom and get it ready to go for tomorrow. I'll crawl under and make sure the kingpin is locked, which it looks like it is. The kingpin is what locks the truck to the trailer itself. It looks like it's locked, so I'm going to raise up these stands a little bit, try to pull ahead with the brakes still on to make sure I'm locked. So I always do that, so that way if the kingpin doesn't lock, I pull ahead. I still got stands on, I still got brakes on, so nothing should get damaged, and it's happened before. So do that real quick and then raise the jack up, hook the air lines and electrical connections up, and then shut everything down. Sorry to string you guys all along, all video, but now's the moment of truth. Let's go look at that surprise. Well, thanks for saying hi. Is it this semi? No. Is it this trailer? No. But I'm looking right at it. We got a new spray tender trailer. So this is a Patriot flatbed, 20-footer I believe, and it is specifically set up to be a spray tender. This thing's a 2,000 gallon tank, rotomolded. I wish it was black, but oh well, because this thing will have some algae in it eventually. But it holds 1,600 gallons, I believe, somewhere right around that. This thing will be nice. We also got brand new air compressor as well. A little bit bigger, higher capacity, everything like that. So we'll be selling our perfectly good used air compressors. Message me down below if you guys are interested in one. It's about the size, I think it's a 60 gallon tank. Not sure on the horsepower motor, but it's been a great one. It was actually kind of a surprise to me that we got a new one. But anyway, this is the spray tender trailer that we got. More than likely, we will be finding a, probably putting a ball on either day cab or maybe even using that single axle Kenworth to pull this thing around. We'll see. But we're gonna probably soak this thing out with 2 shuttles up front and then our adductor and everything in the back. We still gotta put all the plumbing and everything through this thing, but this is our brand new trailer that is gonna be for spraying. Pretty excited. It's a center drain, I believe. Actually, I'm not even sure where it drains out at. So like I said, we gotta completely set it up. It's brand new. Do we wish we got the bigger one? Yes, but was the price right with this one? Heck yes. So it'll work, it'll be really nice. We'll set up our 2 totes up front, and then the back will be our chemical shuttle, and then we can put boxes and stuff like that. So it won't be bad, it'll be decent. But only being 2,000 gallons, that's not gonna last a whole lot. So over next door, picture right here, is a tank that we got. It's like a 3,000 gallon tank, but the bottom base is rusted, guys. Any ideas on anybody that can basically weld up, get us a new base for this tank? We're gonna look to get another one, because what I'm thinking is that'll be our surge tank. We'll let that thing always be filling up with water for 3,000 gallons, and we'll have a little float on top so it'll shut it off. And then I'll have a system where I can pull 2 valves, and instead of pulling off of this tank, I will push onto this tank from that tank over there. So that'll kind of be my surge tank, and this thing will always be our main spray tender tank. So I guess, do you guys got any ideas? Like I said, we had a base for that tank is what we're looking for. But anyway, this is the big surprise. Pretty slick, huh? So getting a truck set up with something like that, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a ball right there. That would be pretty slick to pull that thing around, just saying. So that was the surprise, guys. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. I know I'm excited for it. But anyway, I'm going to close out this video, guys. You know the drill. Follow us on our social media channels. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Of course, as always, take care, take it easy, and ta-ta for now. And no, the door is still not fixed. We got a custom fab apart. We'll get to that at some point.